welcome back to my channel, Jordan Mind, Body, and Soul, where we learn to take care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul. And today, I just wanted to kind of do an update video. It's been 4 months since I quit my job, and I just wanted to give everyone like an update, and also like a timestamp for myself, just so I can document like how I'm feeling and what's going on. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so if you haven't seen my video yet about like quitting my job, I recommend you watching that first, just so you're kind of updated. But listen, jumping right into it, the only thing that I can say that I honestly regret from quitting my job is not doing it sooner. So I'm gonna set this video up to be kind of like a little bit of a hard target. And I just want to start by saying, like, you are always guided, you are always protected, and you're always going to end up being on the path that you're supposed to be on. And I feel like anytime your heart or your spirit gets like that urge to like leave, like something's not right, like it feels like something's off, something's not right here, no, I'm not feeling that. Like anytime you get that feeling, you should listen to it and you should leave. Like that's your instinct letting you know something's not right. From that job, and again, this isn't about why I quit, this is just like an update, but watch that video and you will see like from day one from that job, I had like the red flag. And I always tell people, like, these situations with these jobs and any type of commitments we make to things, it's like dating. Like it can be very much compared to the dating world. And it's like I had the red flags from day one. The job is like if I met somebody on social media or you meet somebody on a dating app and they give you like their bio and you're reading the stuff and you're like, okay, cool. But then I showed up to the date and I'm like, oh no, this isn't what we said it was gonna be. And just like throughout that whole experience, like I literally just kept getting like back to back problems with this job. And the craziest part is it's the lowest paying job I've ever had out of all the jobs that I had, and it required the most in terms of like being tedious. And the type of person that I am, I'm the type of person where I have to be passionate about something. I have to really want to do it. Because if I don't really want to do it and I don't have any passion involved, the work of it is going to be mediocre. And I'm not a mediocre person. Like I usually like to strive and make things look top tier, but it has to be fueled by like passion. It has to be fueled by desire. I also want to mention that while I was working there, and I'm a person who is like constantly on my health, I'm really big about being healthy, feeling good. I was always sick. Like I was always getting sick and I was stressed out, and it was just so much craziness that looking back, like I said, the only regret that I have is not committing to that sooner, not deciding that, hey, look, enough is enough. I can figure it out until then. And like as far as the update is concerned, like if you guys watch like videos that I've recorded before leaving, I always mentioned and I kept hinting that I was gonna leave my job. And I kept talking about like what it would be like and what I would want to do. And now I'm living that. And like a part of my brain can't accept that it's like really here, like that it's really happening for me. And I'm like constantly in a state of like feeling thankful and feeling just a lot of gratitude. And like, to be honest, like everything's not perfect, no. But I'm also learning how to like cultivate new skills and how to adapt new things so that I can implement them into the future. And I wouldn't have had the time or the drive or the energy to do it if I was still working at that job. So for me, this is like a whole new journey. And I also feel like, I tell people this, like when you decide to leave a relationship that's not serving you any longer, or you decide to leave a job or any environment that's no longer serving you, and you do it like with a firm sense of no, this is the line, I'm not doing this. When you start doing stuff like that for yourself, then it sets a tone for so much stuff. and it shows like a level of like protection. The same way you would protect like a child, or you would protect, someone who just doesn't stand up for themselves. So you're like, hey, no, we're not doing that. The same way you would protect them, when you do that for yourself, you feel confidence. It gives you this newfound, and that's what I'm feeling, like a newfound level of confidence. I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'm gonna keep trying things, and eventually it's gonna work out. And I know my limits, and I know that I'm not gonna take certain stuff. I can't. And once you begin to do certain things like that, and you draw those lines and you draw those boundaries, it's so freeing. Like, the relationship you have with yourself just intensifies. Is that a word? It is today. So overall, I can definitely say that I'm in a better place. And I think also, like I said, like the videos led up to that. And it was bound to happen. It was gonna happen. Anything that's not meant for you is eventually gonna be pushed out, so that you're not participating in that anymore. But also, I can say, like, the time that I have with my son right now is irreplaceable. Like, there's nothing in this world that could replace that time. But also, it's led me to find different, like, ways to make money, like different side hustles and things that you can do. Because like I used to always say in the previous videos, is that it's not about a job, it's about income. It's about finding ways to make money. And most people want to at least try to do the things that they enjoy. So it's giving me this time to look at, like, hey, this is your time to hit the ground running. Whatever it is that you like, whatever it is that you enjoy, this is your time to figure out how to, like, cultivate that and go for it. And I also know that some of it may not be things that I necessarily like. This is my passion, I really enjoy this, but I like it enough to kind of like craft my own skill and execute. And it's such a liberating feeling. Like, I'm really, 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 really just at peace with my decision. At first, honestly, I never like regretted it. Like, there wasn't one time when I was like, dang, I shouldn't have done that. Or, man, I know I watched other people's videos and they were saying like how they felt like they acted off of emotion. I most certainly did act off of emotion, because I got mad over a conversation I was having with someone, and that led me to quit. But I feel like that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. There was so much stuff back to back to back, and that was just like, you know what, it's not worth it. And heck, keep faith. If you decide to leave your job, or if you've already left your job and you're watching this video because you're like, hey, what happened, with someone else, keep faith. Because I'm telling you, like, ever since I left, and I feel like I'm aligning myself with the things that I want to do and should be doing for myself, for my life, for my family, I've been looked out after. Like, I really have. I am genuinely protected and guided. Like, God got me. Like, seriously. And I know I stress out, and I kind of like think a lot of stuff, but I've been looked out for, like, with no problems. And again, like, yes, everyone always wants things to be better. Things can always be better. Things can always improve, but I've really been guided. And the whole experience has really taught me to always stand up for myself. And I feel like that's to anyone. Always stand up for yourself, because a lot of us will stay in situations because we feel, oh, I have to stay at this job because, it's paying the bills. But any job can pay the bills. Any income can pay the bills, right? When it's time for you to pay your bill, the energy company's not like, what'd you do? How'd you get this money? Like, they're not asking you that. They're like, okay, it's paid. So finding things that align with you, align with your purpose, align with things that'll make you happy, but step by step. And I guess lastly, because I didn't want to make this video long, it was just a small update, just pretty much saying that I am in such a better place mentally, spiritually, physically, mind, body, soul. Like I always say, like I really am. And just like with anything, some days are better than others. Some days I'm super motivated, like I'm gonna do all the things I've ever dreamed. And some days I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna try. But all I can say is that if you did decide to quit your job and now you're watching this video and you're like, ooh, what's her update look like? I don't regret anything, like I said, besides not deciding to quit sooner. And I'm someone who did not have a backup plan. I did not quit with a job already lined up, which is not recommended. Now, I do have the help and support of a partner, but I mean, it's still things that have to go into that. It's definitely teamwork. If someone does give you that help or that opportunity, or your parents are like, you know what, you can come back with us, like whatever help or support you can get, people really need to lean on. Like, I feel like a lot of times, especially like young women and like, depending on your family dynamic too, like people are like, oh, I just need to break free. I need to just get on my own. But if you have a support system that's going to be stable and supportive for you to execute, and that means that, you're getting help in the bills, maybe you're moving in with roommates, so you're doing whatever you can so that you can make life more comfortable for yourself and set yourself up for what you really want, there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that at all. And these are the moments that count. These are the plays that matter, because it takes a lot of courage to realize what you want out of life and to say that I'm gonna get it regardless. Even if it means, taking a risk and quitting your job. Like, everything eventually works out. Like, it does. And I know, like, it's so easy for someone to say, and someone might be like, oh, well, your man's just paying the bills, so easy for you. But yeah, I mean, being a stay-at-home mom's no joke. Being a stay-at-home parent is no joke. I think a lot of people think that, you're like drinking pina coladas and watching Miss Rachel. And sometimes you can, but you're constantly on the move. You're constantly on the go. And that's just part of it. I really handle all of the other administrative work and tasks that needs to be done around the house. And I'm doing laundry, and I'm working out, and I'm doing school. So, it's like a lot of stuff that goes into it. But if you feel like that's the best decision for you and you have to lean on a support system, there's no shame in that at all. Overall, I feel like if someone gets to the point where they even have to question if they should leave a job or an environment, you probably need to leave that job or environment, or that person, whatever the situation is. If it's even a question, life's just too short. Life's too short, and I'd rather roll the dice and risk seeing what happens than to stick in somewhere. I'm telling you guys, like, I can't say it enough. Like, I was so miserable at that job. I was so miserable. Like, there's no reason for you to go into work every day crying. There's no reason for you to be crying. There's no reason for you to be walking around with your head down. There's no reason for a job or a situation to make you physically feel sick. But it's all gone. And I'm thankful. So I just wanted to get that update that, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And I'm working on a lot. There's a lot coming. 2025 is going to be a pivotal year for me. I feel it. I'm speaking it. It is. It's going to be a very, 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 very good year for me. And I'm just able to start hitting the ground running. And I guess the last motivation or piece of information I just want to give anybody is to remember to believe in yourself. I feel like a lot of times when we try to stay stuck in situations, or we're scared to execute, or we're scared to fly, whatever it is that you're scared of is what you really should be doing. But that is what's going to take the most work. That's going to take the most discipline. It's going to take the most structure, and it's going to require parts of you that have been dormant, pretty much. So cultivate that energy, cultivate that strength, and go for it. And really, you got this. You got this. So if you have already quit, or if you're contemplating and you're like, look, I just need some type of motivation, I just need some type of energy that's going to help me focus and get it done, talk to God, your higher power, whoever it is you believe in, your tribe, your team, and really get yourself started, because you deserve to live a life that is going to make you happy, and one that's going to make you proud, and to constantly see yourself evolve through that. And this is just another part of the journey. And again, I have no regrets. I'm really I'm so thankful. Sometimes I can't just say anything besides thank you. Because The amount of stress and craziness that was happening is not happening. That ain't happening for me. But yeah, that's just a little bit of an update, guys, and I have to get ready so that I can go to the gym. But I just wanted to get this to you guys first because I've been holding this off. I am so sorry. But as always, don't forget to take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.